Live your life as a romantic being. Lover of life, lover of life. Then you will never be without love. Lover of all, lover of all. Then you will never be without love. Lover of all, lover of all. Oh, live your life as a romantic being. Lover of life, lover of life. Oh, live your life as a romantic being. Lover of life, lover of life. Then you will never be without love. Lover of all, lover of all. Then you will never be without love. Lover of all, lover of all. As a romantic being, lover of life, lover of life. Oh, live your life, as a romantic being, lover of life, lover of life. Then you will never be without love, lover of all, lover of all. Then you will never be without love, lover of all, lover of all.
Can I invite us all just to take a collective breath for a moment before we dive in here further? The wind is breathing with us. Welcome, friends, families, lovers, loves, beloveds, to this wedding, to this moment. Wow. I guess I should introduce myself. My name is Yam, and I will be helping support this particular aspect of the ritual. Although, to be honest, I know this ritual's been cooking for days. If any of you were here yesterday for the open mic and for the dinner and everything that happened, it's clear to me that hearts are open and they're in support of this. It was like a big, full yes for Kellen and Rachael. Am I right? It feels right. Okay. Before we go any further, though, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge something very simple yet easy to miss, which is this land. I'd like to take a moment for us to acknowledge this land. So if you join me in just however you'd like to do that, we're going to take a moment and acknowledge the land that we're on right now that's holding us. Acknowledge the spirit of this land. And the people who have been caring for this land since before time was recorded, the Skalalam people. Yeah, let it in. While we're at it, while we're acknowledging this land, perhaps we could also acknowledge any of those who weren't able to make it today, whether it's because they just couldn't make it or because they're no longer in their bodies. Yeah, call them in. They're absolutely with us now. They've got our backs. Again, my name is Yam, and I've been asked to fulfill the delightful role of being one of those here at this fantastic ritual that gets to remind us why we have gathered here today. So I want to emphasize that, and I'll get to that. But I want to touch for a second just on, who was here yesterday? Can I get like a show of hands? A lot of us. Okay. So if you were, I've been talking to other people who were there too, and I'm really getting a sense that it's like this sentiment around, how could I not say anything but a full yes to Kellen and Rachael? And look at this tapestry that they weave. This is how they do it. This is a community wedding as far as I'm concerned, because the way they do life is in community. They love to connect us, and so I'm just grateful for that. Before we go any further, you might have noticed that they're singing already. I like to sing. This is the wedding choir, and we'll be kind of doing a little bit of a song sandwich. There'll be some stuff throughout, but I've got here that I remember when we were planning the ceremony, Rachael said, and I think it's a quote, she said, "I want you to state the reality that we're all here with one another." Kellen said, "I want you to invite people into presence and love." Thankfully, I feel like that job's already done. We're all inviting in presence and love. I can feel it. We all know the reality that we're here together. But if any of you haven't yet arrived, if there's any pieces of you that haven't quite yet shown up to here, I'm going to give one more little bubble of space for you to gather yourself and arrive into this exquisite moment that's only going to happen like this one time, like this, right here. So, why have we gathered here today? I wrote down here, throw a love party. And I wrote that down months ago, but it lines up because I think a direct quote again from Rachael from yesterday was, "This is a love fest." And I think it's catching on because I heard a bunch of people last night be like, "Love fest 2023. So yeah, I think we're here to do that, to have a love fest, but to amplify love, to celebrate it, to dance, to sing, and also to bear witness. So we can ask ourselves, what does it mean to bear witness to this moment that Kellen and Rachael are calling us into? We'll touch a little bit more on that in a little bit. But I want to encourage you to consider what it means to be an active witness. Not just watching something, but with your presence, sending that love to Kellen and Rachael and to each other here. And if you want to, you can sing with us. That's another way you could participate. A lot of you have little pieces of paper with some of the lyrics of the other songs we're going to be singing today. So I invite you to follow along with us and feel free to sing if you catch it. Yeah, welcome to Love Fest. I'm going to sing another song. This is a very special song because this was bottled up, or caught, as we say, by Kellen and Rachael themselves for this very moment. And also I wanted to say thank you, because this is my first time getting to do something quite like this. It's an honor. Yeah, thank you. So you might not know this, you might know this, but in our community, we sing a lot. That's kind of one of our languages. And we believe that songs are entities. They're beings. They have living presences. So I offer that to you as we sing this next song, Caught by Kellen and Rachael. What's the shape it's taking? What kind of work is it doing in you as you hear it? It's called Our Crossing, and it feels only right to read the lyrics first before we sing it. Our Crossing. Come, come, sing this sweet song of union. Gather close now, our families all around. Come, come, sing this sweet song of union. Blessings on this land that has joined together our hands. Come, come, hold us in our crossing. Come, come, hold us in our crossing. As our roots dive deeper, may your love be our teacher. I'll say that part again. As our roots dive deeper, may your love be our teacher. Can I get a show of hands? Who would maybe want to sing along with us if I taught them one of the parts? Okay, we got to know. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, maybe some of you have never been a part of community singing before, but here's what it looks like. I'm going to teach you one little part, and we'll just stick with that. Okay. So I'm going to do a part, and then you guys can echo it back, okay? Okay, here's the first part. As our roots dive deeper. Would you be able to try that? As our roots dive deeper. Okay, great. Next part. May your love be our teacher. You want to try that? May your love be our teacher. You sound beautiful. Okay, I'm going to put those two parts together, and then you can echo that part back. So it goes like this. As our roots dive deeper, may your love be our teacher. As our roots dive deeper, may your love be our teacher. As our roots dive deeper, may your love be our teacher. Excellent. All right, kick it off, Maestro.
Come, come, sing a sweet song of union. Gather close now, our families all around. Come, come, sing a sweet song of union. Blessings on this land, let us join together our hands. Come, come, hold us in our crossing. Come, come, hold us in our crossing. Come, come, hold us in our crossing. As our roots dive deeper, may your love be our teacher. As our roots dive deeper, may your love be our teacher. As our roots dive deeper, may your love be our teacher. As our roots dive deeper, may your love be our teacher. Come, sing this sweet song of union. Gather close now, our families all around. Come, come, sing this sweet song of union. Blessings on this land, let us join together our hands. Blessings on this land, let us join together our hands.
Hey, what do you say? If you feel comfortable, feel free to join hands with somebody or make contact in some way, because we're about to go a little deeper into this ceremony. And in fact, we're about to start the real thing. Thanks for singing with us, by the way.
Sorry about that. A little clammy. You know what? I don't think I want to hold you guys again.
Thank you. It's really happening. Mm. What if I say it? You both are so radiant right now. I'm going to address you, although the beauty is distracting. I'm wanting to just take this in, but like so many of you, I'm here because I was invited. Kellen and Rachael and I all have a living relationship. And when I think about actually how we met individually, what I came to was my frame of reference for both of them started in a circle singing. They both came into my life that way. And I feel that's a really beautiful representation of what they're about. That kind of village-minded living, that kind of technology, as it were, that brings us into cohesion through song, through presence, through love. Like I said before, this is a community wedding. I mean, just take a moment. I know you want to look up here, but take a moment and look around too. We're all a reflection of Kellen and Rachael's love. This is a tapestry that we're weaving together, thanks to these two beauties. Take it in. From what I know of Kellen and Rachael, they thrive in sharing love with others. It's what gives them great pleasure and joy. Yeah, this is a big win for community, I have written down. It's my partner Jesse. Yeah, a big win for community. I also have here the combining of love powers, which is another sweet thing that my companion Jesse said to me recently. It's a gift to us all. You know, as the community receives the gift of this commitment, we offer our presence back. As I mentioned earlier, we're here to witness actively. The two of you converging your life streams, but also you're here to witness us. This is a village wedding. This is a community wedding. We're here doing this together. And it's not happening in a vacuum. As we know, this is clearly a part of a vast and intricate ecosystem of love. Again, feel it. You can look around you and feel it. This is not just the two of them doing something. We're all doing this together. So what does it mean to bear witness? To bear active witness? Well, being witnessed makes this very real love that much realer. It's like when you kind of experience something that's hard to talk about. Maybe you're by yourself, or maybe you're with another. Say you see a shooting star, and you're like, did you just see that? Okay, cool, you saw that too. I saw that, good. It's like, that's kind of the feeling of what I'm getting here. It's like, we're here to witness this. When I was talking to a lot of my friends, kind of preparing for this, there was one thing that really stuck out to me above the rest. And it's something that a dear friend of mine, Alexandra, who's in this wedding choir, said about their wedding when they got married to my good friend Tracy. And it was when we got married, we weren't just marrying each other, we were marrying the community. This feels a lot like that. I'd like to read a poem at this part of our journey. And what's wonderful is this presence has already been brought in yesterday during the open mic by the ecstatic Persian poet, the love-struck Shams al-Din Hafiz. I'd like to read a poem. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to share leading up to this, but this one just sort of jumped off the page at me about a week ago. And it's a really interesting take on marriage because, well, I think you'll see. It's called I Want Both of Us. I want both of us to start talking about this great love, as if you, I, and the sun were all married and living in a tiny room, helping each other to cook, do the wash, weave and sew, care for our beautiful animals. We all leave each morning to labor on the earth's field. No one does not lift a great pack. I want both of us to start singing like two traveling minstrels about this extraordinary existence we share. I'll say that again. I want both of us to start singing like two traveling minstrels about this extraordinary existence we share, as if you, I, and God were all married and living in a tiny room. I know the main event that we all came for is about to happen. Before we get to that, though, I want to say one more thing. Love is a stream. It's something we all know deep inside ourselves that we're a part of, that we're born out of, that we're in service to. If you take a moment and just feel it in your heart right now, it's here. We're all in this stream. And right now, Kellen and Rachael are about to go deeper inside that stream. As it were, perhaps letting go of the riverbank to let themselves dissolve into the ocean. And they need our help to witness that. So, in echoing a lot of the things I've heard from this weekend, one more bubble of space to just blast these two with your deepest love and support. Not just for this moment, but for all the moments to come. Last one. Oh. Thank you for combining love powers. This is such a gift to all of us. I'm personally so blessed to know that you both are teaming up like this. Okay, there's one more song. This one I picked out personally for these two because I just think it sums up their love. It sums up our love. It is by the venerable Saint Mr. Rogers himself. This is a deep cut. And it's on the program. If you have your programs or someone nearby, I encourage you to just look over the words for a moment. It's called Then Your Heart is Full of Love. And why I chose this song, aside from the fact that these two sum it up, the particular line, when your heart has room for everybody, then your heart is full of love. Lastly, I'll say, wherever or however you know these two, whether you're right in the center of the fire, or maybe you just met them, maybe you're on the outside orbit, whatever that is, thank you for coming together today to witness this threshold crossing. Okay. When your heart has butterflies inside it, then your heart is full of love. When your heart feels just like overflowing, then your heart is full of love. Love is fragile as your tears. Love is stronger than your fears. When your heart can cry another sadness, then your heart is full of love. And when your heart can sing another's gladness, then your heart is full of love. Love is fragile as your tears. Love is stronger than your fears. When your heart beats for a special someone, like Kellen and Rachael here, then your heart is full of love. Here's the best part. When your heart has room for everybody, then your heart is full of love. Love is fragile as your tears. Love is stronger than your fears. Yes. When your heart has room for everybody, then your heart is full of love. Let's do that last part one more time. When your heart has room for everybody, then your heart is full of love.
Who has our rings?
I was supposed to be given some rings that I don't yet have on my person. Yeah. That's what's up. Okay. All right. One of the moments we've all been waiting for, the vows. I've been asked to say one more thing about this. Kellen and Rachael felt it very pertinent to say to you that in traditional speak, the term husband means manager. The term wife means woman. And so, Kellen and Rachael wanted me to emphasize that the two of them are both entering into husbandry, cultivation. Yes. I'll say no more. Take it away, y'all.
I have two. They say the same thing. I vow to play, create, and steward magic with you, to grow life, to share what we have, to sing when we're grumpy and dance when we're happy. I vow to hold and tend you, to maintain a healthy and whole being together so that we may continue to maintain ourselves together and apart. I vow to hold you when it is hard and we're tired. I vow to communicate clearly and courageously with you, to listen with an openness to possibility. I vow to mind my blind spots, to continue growing friendships so that we may continue to call on your support for play and in times of need. I mean that. I vow to bake bread enough to feed our hungry bellies and theirs.
Thank you.
Welcome. I vow to be a husband with you, You have brought to life within me self-confidence that only previously persisted in the background of my life. We have formed bonds together while remaining individual people, rooted in the same soil, yet separate expressions of spirit. I love you. I vow to be yours.
Yeah. You got this.
Woo, you got it, Rachael.
I don't know if I do.
You got this. Yeah. We'll be here all day.
I vow to always lead with an open heart. And when I feel myself close, I'll do the work to return to compassion and understanding. I vow to make life-changing decisions together and to allow space for it to sink in. I vow to be your life partner. And though I pray that that is for always as lovers, I vow to be with you in this world, however fate chooses for us. I vow to always be here for you to lean on, to daydream with, to grow alongside. I vow to be faithful to you, to live in open honesty and respect. I vow to call on Spirit in times of sweetness and in times of trouble to guide us on our path. I vow to love you forever. I will love you forever.
That's for her.
Just stick that back in there.
So we're in uncharted territory at the moment, but I believe this is the point where you put the rings on each other. We didn't have a wedding rehearsal, you know. This is just happening now. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go. You may place the rings on each other's fingers. By the power invested in all of us, I now pronounce you married. You may kiss.
Make out.
Bicycle.
Bicycle.
Bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. Bicycle, bicycle.
Ding ding.
Yay. Go dive in that stream, y'all. All right, y'all. Love Fest continues.